Something I'm seeing a lot with Apple TV projects, especially within their animated field, is that they make a lot of projects that seem to have a spirit about it in terms of inspiring creativity, especially among the youth. I say the youth specifically because this is an animated project. Maybe that could fall either into maybe the kid demographic, or it could be accessible in ways that families, maybe even for adults, could enjoy it. It's a fantasy adventure. It's called Wolfboy and the Everything Factory. I've not heard about it yet. It does have some similarities in terms of what I've seen from the synopsis to other projects in the sci-fi realm. Let's go ahead, and maybe you could say sci-fi fantasy. Let's go ahead and take a look at what it says according to IMDb first. Follows Wolfboy as he discovers a strange realm at the center of the earth where fantastical beings create things for the world above. So I didn't know apparently we had allies down under, and by that I don't mean Australia. Hey, I love Australia. I'm not saying anything disparaging about Australia. I'm just saying, like, when we say down under, that's not what we mean here. I don't know exactly what that means in terms of fantastical beings. That could be, just creatures you've never seen before. Maybe some mystical creatures. I have no idea exactly where we're going with this. I mean, anything could kind of fall into the realm of fantasy. But it sounds interesting. I mean, I get the idea of, like, well, there's a whole life beneath us, right? And maybe we don't know everything, but somehow people are going to come from inside of the earth to share their experiences. That reminds me of another sci-fi project in particular with, like, Doctor Who, for example. If you're a Doctor Who fan, you might remember this. The Silurians, or the lizard people, as they're so affectionately titled. But it was an arc in season 5 that they introduced where basically we found out that there are people underneath the earth. I forget what the episode was called. It was something akin to that. But they had their own little, like, civilization underneath us, right? And just, obviously, technology that was their own. But, perhaps, again, this will inspire creativity. Now, obviously, realistically speaking, we do not have people, we don't have a civilization in the Earth's core. Just so we know about science, like that, I don't think that's possible, but it sounds interesting. Again, I would imagine, we're going to have to gauge this when we watch the trailer for ourselves, because animation could speak to, whatever the particular animation style is in this case, is indicative of where usually demographic will fall. But that could be kids' animation, families' animation. Maybe a core component of this series, at least from what I'm understanding here, is a sense of creativity. And especially, I would imagine, from other projects I've seen in the past, what Apple TV has done, fostering that among a youthful audience. Let's go ahead and take a look at where Wolfboy and the Everything Factory goes. We're going to watch this first, and we'll talk about it more in my condensed reviews I've also watched a video together. I have to say, in the broad mix of animation that I've seen quite many animated projects. Apple TV has a bunch that are, like, a really of high caliber, not just in terms of the plots they're articulating, but in some of the artistry as well. I can't help but think back to, what is it called? Wolf Walkers. That one had a very interesting style to it. I don't know where this one's going, but let's take a look for ourselves. We're actually going to look at a featurette in a separate video as well that will share a little more on that. But we're going to look at the main trailer first. Without further ado, here we go. Let's take a look. Let's learn. Let me get it ready. Okay, here we go.
They think I'm weird, Mum.
Looks like an illustrated child's book.
It's the dreamers like you who change this world for the better.
They mess.
Definitely seems more going toward the kid audience, but inspiring kids to maybe think big and be adventurous.
Wow. Hey!
Didn't know we have portals going down. I guess it's in a tree trunk? That's a creative idea. They should tag a warning here, though. Kids, don't take down trees and try this at home.
You following us, pal?
Yeah, pal.
He's a human.
A human?
This is definitely made for kids. Oh, okay.
Listen up, human, because we're only going to go over this once.
We're Spryte, and this is the Everything Factory.
This is where we create things for the world. Trees.
Hello.
The weather. Even life.
I love creating things. I make things all the time.
Rabbits don't have wings.
Mine does.
You've got a lot to learn about how the world really works, human.
Well, it doesn't exactly, but we'll keep us in the context of fiction.
Humans can't see Spryte, but he can see me.
So I'm sitting here thinking, as a Christian, I believe a bit differently.
Further notice. No ifs, no buts, no coconuts. Especially no coconuts.
Attack!
This risks
I'm sure most people are like, you're being too hard on that when you say, well, I'm just saying, realistically
Sprites
speaking,
create, This risks destroy.
Nobody panic!
I would hate for any kid to actually believe that this is real.
This is so adventurous!
Hopefully it only goes so far as to foster a spirit of imagination and creativity. Of course, through a fun animation style. I will definitely say that it is.
What do we do now?
We fight.
You are not like the others, are you?
It's got an interesting narrative to it, too, so kind of, again, from an adventurous standpoint.
Wolfboy, run!
And who you will become.
Giving kids a new hero figure. I mean, this could be good. We'll see. But like I said, but the narrative where they were going with this, like, oh, we created everything, we've created this, we've created that all of you know on the surface. I wasn't thinking they actually meant, like, life itself. I thought they meant, like, just tools that you might use, or just different inventions and innovations we have in the real world today. Or perhaps things we don't know that might be, again, more fantastical in nature. I didn't think they actually meant, like, life. Very different from, where I thought we were going to go. And I would definitely say realistically inaccurate. But as far as a kid's project, yes, I see the emphasis in terms of maybe inspiring a spirit of imagination. And it's definitely clear, I mean, not just through the way things are illustrated in terms of a narrative, but the actual animation style itself. I mean, it is very kid-oriented. I would imagine maybe families can enjoy this with their kids specifically. I don't think anybody is going to be jumping on this being like, oh, it's a... like, the show might get a cult following from cult following, but from, like, just a general following from an adult audience who are like, yes, we know, like, it's kids' entertainment, but it's fun. So it's like any Peanuts-related thing. You can enjoy those as an adult, and you just go back on those even when you're older in life and still enjoy them just as much. This definitely seems like it's more so made for the younger demographic. But hey, I mean, maybe parents can enjoy that with their kids. What are your guys' thoughts with Wolfboy and the Everything Factory? Let me know down below. As I said, I will be looking at a featurette that's going to go more into the animation style. Because, I mean, I love to learn. I'd love to see how maybe some of the animations, what some of the inspiration was in deciding to go that way. I'm sure that featurette will teach us a lot. But until we get to that point, as I said, let me know your thoughts down below. Don't forget all the good stuff, like, subscribe, and sharing that bell. Until we get to watch more from Apple TV or Wolfboy in particular, I will see you guys one point that happens to be. But for now, thanks for watching this video. I love you guys. Don't forget to love your fellow man. God bless and peace.